If you find the morning a bit of a murky blur, then here is some mini morning encouragement. WUWAH. Hello, my name is David. This is WUWAH. I can't say the name of the show or my own name within the first minute because the algorithm thinks that I'm saying naughty, rude words when I'm actually just saying my own name, which could still be naughty, rude words, but it's the sort of thing you don't want your young children shouting out, even though I had to say it was my own name. And then when I was at Scouts one time, one of the other Scouts like pointed at me whilst looking at everybody else and went, "That's what his surname is." And I had to go home and have a difficult conversation with I was like, "What does it mean?" And my parents were like, they did the sigh of like, "It's time." So I'm just going to use this time to encourage you into the day. I hope you're up and out of bed. I hope you've had some breakfast. I hope you've considered the plate. What a useful invention that is. I hope you've had meds and supplements if you take them. I hope you remembered that guitars existed, like the spork of musical instruments. My name is David Hoare, and welcome to Waking Up with a Hoare.
Waking up with a Hoare. Waking up with a Hoare. Waking up with a Hoare.
How my morning's gone. My morning's going all right. I woke up and got out of bed and I had some Honey Nut Cheerios and I had my meds and supplements and I meditated. I'm trying to meditate more and like for longer, get a bit of, it's sort of like immediate rest, which seems a bit counterintuitive, but it is actually helping. And I really like it. And then I had a really nice cuddle with my dog who visibly had a smile on her face. And when I tried to leave, she sort of put her paw on my leg and was like, "No, we're not done with this cuddle." So that was nice. What I intend to do today. I intend to go to the gym and get on the treadmill and watch, not treadmill, rowing machine. I pinched my meniscus, so I can't run. I think it's pinched. I hope it's not torn. My girlfriend's torn her meniscus, and oh dear. So get on the rowing machine, watch 20 minutes of X-Files and row. I might do some elliptical as well. That's quite good for your knee. I have an interview at 4 with somebody, and I missed the previous interview. And luckily, they said they'll redo the interview with me, which is so nice of them because, oh dear. And I need to do some stuff on Ableton, and I need to promote. I'm doing the Leicester Comedy Festival this Friday and Saturday. I have not sold enough tickets yet. If you're going to the Leicester Comedy Festival, please come to my show. It's at Peter Pizzeria on Friday, 20th and 21st of February. One of them's at 6 p.m., one's at 7:30, I think. I think 6 p.m. on Friday, 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, but I can't exactly remember. So double check. There'll be links in, if you follow the links in my bio, my link tree, it'll be on there. But please come to that. My show's called How to Live to 100, and I, a 36-year-old man currently, I'm going to teach you how to live to be 100 years old. I need to do some admin as well. I'm with Chops Comedy today for you, tomorrow. Smooth transitions.
Chops Comedy every Tuesday in Bristol. We have an amazing secret headliner and the best local acts. Every Tuesday at Bar 57 in Bedminster. Previous acts include Mike Wozniak, Fern Brady, Nish Kumar, Harriet Kemsley, Rosie Jones, Jade Adams, Sally Ray B, Ed Gamble, Spencer Jones, Chloe Radcliffe, Tom Rosenthal, Scott Bennett, Finn Taylor and Helen Bauer. The first 20 tickets are only £4 and the rest are only £7. It's an absolute bargain. Tickets via Head First. Come to Chops Comedy every Tuesday at Bar 57 in Bedminster.
How did yesterday go? Just seeing that Chops advert has reminded me that at the end of last week I booked up some amazing upcoming guests for Chops, which nobody else knows about currently, except for me and some of the Chops crew. It's very exciting. Yes, yesterday I did some Ableton stuff, and because I've got an Ableton thing coming, you'll find out soon. I went to Asda at closing time, which was hilarious. There's some things where I live. We have like some small little like small versions of supermarkets, but they don't have all the things that I want. So I was like, I'm going to drive to the big Asda, and I went to the big Asda, and it shut at 4. I think I arrived at like 22:04, and so I was there when they did the like, it's 5 minutes till the shop shuts, and so everybody was joining the queue, and it was a bit chaotic, and people didn't know what they were doing with themselves. And then as I was leaving, people were trying to get in, being like, "Well, I just want to buy things from your shop," and the person who works at the big Asda was just like, "We're shut. I want to go home. I'm sorry." I found it all very enjoyable. My girlfriend and I played Splendor Duel, which is the 2-player version of Splendor, which you can also play 2-player, but Splendor's very good. Splendor Duel is also very, very good. And we played it a couple of times before, and I'd always won. And then my girlfriend beat me both times yesterday, and now she's relishing in that. And I also, so I think I watched the first episode. Did I watch it on Saturday? This weekend, I've watched the first 2 episodes of a show called Northern Exposure, which I'd heard of for a while. And then somebody said it was a bit Twin Peaksy. And then I've now watched the second episode, and it's like, I would call it like Twin Peaks Light, or like Twin Peaks on easy mode. So there's not all the like really dark stuff and all the scary stuff and all the grim stuff. It's just like the fun bits where they're in the Double R diner, and there's emotion and there's chat and there's all sorts of amazing things in it. I've only watched 2 episodes so far, but I'm really enjoying it, and I've seen how many episodes there are, and I'm like, I think I'm just going to try and watch 1 episode an evening and just chill out watching that. It's quite nice. It's obviously a person kind of stripping back a lot of their life, which is very fun. I'm very intrigued to see what happens. I have no idea if it, sometimes with a show, you know, when you're going in that it dips a bit, like when people will say, yeah, you've got to watch Twin Peaks, it's the best show ever. Also, the big middle of series 2 is terrible, which I always think is very funny. If you don't know that, go watch Twin Peaks, it's the best show ever. But from about episode 10 of series 2, it takes a bit of a dip for like 5 episodes, and then it gets really, really good again. And even in the dip, it's still really good, and there's like lore. Anyway, I'm not talking about Twin Peaks, I'm talking about Northern Exposure. I find it very enjoyable, and I'm really intrigued just to keep on watching it. But it's not something where I'm like, I need to know what happens next. It's like I can put it on and just sort of chill. I think because a lot of telly now is what they refer to as second screen viewing, where you have the telly on, but you're also looking at your phone. Going back to older telly, I don't know. It could just be that I'm 36, and therefore I like stuff from the 90s. But I've been watching a lot of TNG. I've tried to watch Deep Space Nine. It still hasn't hit me yet. I haven't got into Deep Space Nine yet. But yeah, Northern Exposure. I'm very much enjoying it. I'm only 2 episodes in. It's great. My question for you today is, well, let's go with 2 questions. 1, have you watched Northern Exposure? Let me know your thoughts without any spoilers, I guess. Although I don't know if you can spoil the show. But number 2, what's your favorite thing to watch humans just being humans? Like, I had a very fun time just watching humans panic a bit because the shop was shutting. And, you know, very low stakes panic. The shop was shutting and everybody was queuing, and they just needed to get their shopping done before the shop shut. And they were obviously going to serve everybody that was already in there. But everyone was like, and like the person working behind the counter was like, do you want a receipt? And I said, yes. And she paused, like I'd said, can I have a camel, please? And then she went, oh, you do want your receipt? She was just so on autopilot, and I think everybody just says no, but she has to ask. It just made me laugh a lot. Anyway, today, if you're watching this on Tuesday and you live in the greater Bristol area, if you live near Bedminster, come to Chops Comedy. We've got Bilal Zafar. Bilal Zafar. Headlining. And a bunch of other great acts. I'm doing the Leicester Comedy Festival this Friday and Saturday. Please come to that. Please buy tickets in advance so that I don't freak out. I'm doing Work in Progress at Unicorn Comedy in Exeter on the 25th of February. Jester's Comedy, doing a Work in Progress in Bath at Jester's Comedy on March 22nd. And then Glasgow at the Gale and Grain, March 29th. I'm doing Work in Progress, and there's also a bunch of others. I'm doing McCuntleth Comedy Festival. Please go listen to my album The Body on Bandcamp or streaming platforms. Go check out my YouTube special, 1000% Musical Comedy. I hope today that you have 3 meals. I hope you go for a walk. I hope you use a plate and think, wow, plates are great. I hope you're proud of yourself. Do some laundry. My name is David Hoare, and thank you for waking up with a whore. I'm out of breath now.
Try and have an adequate day. Meet your basic needs and we'll be a dick.
Ooh.